Hey everyone, Tarun here, and it is finally time to try out a problem in Java. So let us get into it. So the problem is simple interest calculator. So given the values of principal, rate, and interest, we are required to compute the value of the simple interest. So as you would remember that the formula for simple interest is principal multiplied by the rate multiplied by the time upon 100. So given these three values as input, we are required to compute the simple interest. So let us see the sample input. So given principal as 100, rate of interest as 5 and time as 2, the simple interest for this test case is going to be 100 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 2 upon 100, which is going to come out to be 10, and that is the final output that we print. So let us dive into the code and see how we can solve it. So over here in my IntelliJ IDEA, the first and the foremost step is going to be to read the input. So to read the input, I'm going to create an object of the scanner class. So first of all, I will need to import the scanner class, and then I can create an object of it. Since I'm going to be reading the input from the standard input, so I'll provide the argument as system.in. Now let me first read the principal value. So I'll say int p is equal to sc.nextInt. Then I'll read the rate of interest, which will be r as sc.nextInt. Then I will read the time as t, again sc.nextInt. After this, I can finally compute my simple interest value. So I'll compute it as SI is equal to P multiplied by R multiplied by T upon 100. And finally, I can print my output as SI. So let us run this program and let's see how this works. So I will provide the input as 100, 5 and 2, and I get the simple interest as 10. So this means that our SI. So let us run this program and let's see how this works. So I will provide the input as 100, 5 and 2, and I get the simple interest as 10. So this means that our program works. In case you're wondering why I used integer over here for the principal rate and time values, if you want you can use float or double or long as well, as suitable to the program and the requirements. That is of course valid, there's nothing wrong with that. So that's it for this session, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Hey everyone, Tarun here, and today we are going to get started with operators and control statements in in Java. So in this section, we are going to learn about various types of operators such as arithmetic operators, relational operators, and later on we'll also look at logical operators. We'll address one of the most common confusions amongst budding programmers such as assignment versus equality operators. We'll also look at compound statements, postfix and prefix operators as well. And later on, we'll start with branching statements such as if-else and switches. So stay tuned for this and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Hey everyone, I'm Tarun and today we are talking about arithmetic operators in Java. Arithmetic operators allow us to work with numerical data types. So let us see it in action. So let us say that I have two variables, let's say a as 10 and b as 3. Let's say that I'm interested in printing their sum. So to print the sum of two numbers, I can say a plus b. Similarly, let's say that I'm interested in printing the difference of these numbers. So I can print a minus b. If I want to print the product of these numbers, so I can print a star b. Star stands for the multiplication operator. Hey everyone, I'm Tarun and today we are talking about arithmetic operators in Java. Arithmetic operators allow us to work with numerical data types. So let us see it in action. So let us say that I have two variables, let's say a as 10 and b as 3. Let's say that I'm interested in printing their sum. So to print the sum of two numbers, I can say a plus b. Similarly, let's say that I'm interested in printing the difference of these numbers. So I can print A minus B. If I want to print the product of these numbers, so I can print A star B. Star stands for the multiplication operator. Similarly, if I want to print the quotient that I get after division, I can print A slash B. So let me execute this, and as you can see that I get the sum as 13, I get the difference as 7, I get the product as 30, and I get the quotient after division of 10 upon 3 as 3. You will note that this is the result of integer division. So 10 upon 3 gives us 3.333. However, since both 10 and 3 over here were integer values, so their result also came out as an integer value only. The rest of the result was truncated. If you are interested in the decimal part of the division quotient, you might want to convert either A or B into a float or a double type. So I can say A upon float of B. I can do a simple typecasting, and when I execute this program, you can see that I get the second division result as 3.333. Similarly, there is one more operator, that is the modulo operator. The modulo operator returns us the remainder after the division. So if I print the remainder of A modulo B, you can see that I get the result as 1, because 10 modulo 3 when 10 is divided by 3, I get the remainder as 1. Similarly, maybe I want to print the modulo of 23 modulo 5. You can see that I will get the result as 3. When I divide by 23 up by 5, I get the remainder as 3. So that's it for the arithmetic operators. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Hey everyone. Everyone, I'm Tarun and today we are discussing relational operators in Java. Relational operators allow us to check the relationship between two given operands. So let us see it in action. So let's say I have these two values 10 and 5 and I would like to compare these values using these relational operators. So the first relational operator is double equal to, or as we say it, is equal to. So it allows us to check whether the two given values are equal or not. So obviously 10 and 5 are not equal. So in this case, it will return false. Next up, we have the greater than operator, which allows us to check whether the first value is greater than the second value. In this case, since 10 is greater than 5, we will get a true. Next, we have the less than operator, which will allow us to check whether 10 is less than 5. In this case, it will return false. Next up, we have greater than equal to, which is a summation of these two operators. Over here, 10 greater than equal to 5, which will allow us to check whether 10 is equal to 5 or it is greater than 5. If it is either, the result will be true. Next up, we have less than equal to, which is basically just a summation of these two operators. It will allow us to check whether the first value is either equal or less than the second value. In this case, it would obviously return false. Finally, we have not equal to given by an exclamation and equal to. Not equal to allows us to check whether the two given values are equal or not. In this case, since 10 is not equal to 5, it will return a true. Let us see this in code as well. So these operands always return a Boolean value. So when I try to print their values, you can see that I will always get Boolean values only. So our operands are a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 5. So as a result, a equal b returns false. A not equal to b returns true. A greater than b returns true. A less than b returns false. A greater than equal to b will also return true, and finally a less than equal to b returns false. So that's it for this session, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Hey everyone, I'm Tarun and today we are going to talk about one of the most common